So, hello everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Askjeet. Today we have Miss Charita Palika with us. She is a NIT Warangal student from graduated in 2018 from NIT Warangal Biotech Engineering, and she has secured an All India rank of 15 in GATE examination and has completed her post graduation from IIT Madras in year 2020 from Biomedical Engineering. So let's welcome Miss Charita. Hello, Dee.
Hi, Kriti. How are you?
Yeah, I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. So,
Thank you
like,
so much.
you have,
It's a pleasure for me to be here.
yeah, so you had a wonderful rank in GATE examination, which most of the students applying for it like dream to achieve. So it's a great achievement, and it would be pleasure for us to know about your journey, like how you started and how it went on. So it's a great pleasure for us. So how did it all start? Like when you like desired ki you are going to apply for GATE?
One thing was as you know, in NIT Warangal, first year is more or less like an overall subject cover. Second year, I started studying biotechnology. Like after a very long time, I touched biology and stuff. And in between second year, I started liking it. Somehow, I started liking it. And coming to third year, I decided ki no, I'm not gonna take up any job. I'm gonna get into masters. It gives better knowledge on subject and stuff, right? So it all started from my third year, and especially even my mom wants me to get into masters, not stop at bachelor's level. So even my project guide was always like, Bean ki, do further studies, don't stop it till the bachelor's level. So around third year, you can say ki I fixed up ki no, I'm not gonna get sit for the placements. Rather, I'll go give gate properly.
Yeah, that's good. Ki in third year only you decided ki you are going for higher studies. So like
Yeah.
before appearing for the examination or after having the experience, did you have an assumption that you are going to secure such a good rank in exam?
Not really. See, before examination, I wasn't that confident because we never gave any gate exams, and it's been 4 years. We gave some competitive exam, right? For 11th and after 12th, we gave a competitive exam. After that, we never gave a competitive exam. So I wasn't pretty much sure how my gate would turn out to be. So for an experience of giving exams, what I did was I wrote a CSIR paper, CSIR JRF paper on the December of that, like December, I wrote CSIR. And then after 2 months, I had GATE. And all the core biology subjects will be covered up in your CSIR. So with that, I had some experience on to how paper is going to be or something. Yes, before that, I never expected things to go that well. I was sure ki I need to get into a good college using my GATE rank, but I wasn't definitely sure ki I'll get a good rank or something. But yes, after the exam, after counting through the scores and stuff, people already told me it would be below 100. The rank would be below 100 for sure. But I never expected it to go down to 15 and be like a good thing.
So
It
like
was something unexpected.
yeah, so like you practiced some mock exams or like the exams that
Uh,
you gave before GATE helped you to like score well in that.
I didn't give any mock exams as such. CSIR was the only exam which I gave before that. Mock tests are like usually people do take up mock tests, but I never gave it up. I mean, I just sat down with previous year ka papers and just looked through them.
Yeah. So how would you sum up your whole 4 years journey with the preparation and the learnings that associated with it?
Okay, let me start with the second year. Okay, because second year was totally new to me, and my 11th and 12th never had a background of biology. And the first class we had was microbiology. I guess everything went above the head. Trust me, nothing I understood on the first class. But yes, slowly reading textbooks and stuff, you get to know what biotechnology is, how the subjects are going to turn out and stuff, right? So, in short, second year, I struggled a lot to get into biotechnology. Second year, it was more like whole day I need to understand what is happening with it because I was more of a mathematical person than being a biology person before. So I it took time for me to read in my second year. But once my basics were cleared out, like because in your second year, all your microbiology basics of cell and structures would be cleared up, right? Once that was done, third year was pretty much smooth for me. it wasn't tough to cover up the third year once my second year basics were strong. I think that's how things work. Once your basics become strong, life becomes easier to understand. Yes, the similar way the fourth year even went. It was pretty much smooth as compared to my second year. Second year was like slightly tougher because it was initial times of biology studying. But yeah, and talking about the gate preparation, see, I think gate preparation is like people do it as a whole soul when we get into fourth year. But I think the whole preparation starts from your second year itself because the gate has a whole syllabus of BTech, right? So whole soul preparation starts from your second year. How did you study in your second year? How did you study in your third year? If you do your second and third years well, yes, definitely the final year when you're preparing for gate, it's not a much of effort as compared if you think of it. Because NIT Warangal, what I felt good was most of the syllabus of the GATE will be covered as courses in NIT Warangal. If you look at the biotechnology GATE ka syllabus, almost most of the syllabus will be covered as a part of your curriculum before fourth year itself.
Yeah.
So that becomes easier for us.
So like there are some extra subjects also which you have to touch, like which were not covered in exams and you need to study from somewhere else.
Yeah. See, what happened was there was electives. Okay, we usually have these elective system from second, third year, right? I think from third year we have this elective ka system, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was when we were there were three electives offered: animal biotechnology, plant biotechnology, and medical biotechnology. So I chose medical biotechnology. And then I looked at the GATE ka syllabus and found out that I have plant and animal biotechnology to be the part of syllabus.
Yeah.
So that thing I have to study it separately, like rather intensively for those two subjects comparatively. Apart from that, all the syllabus would be covered as a part of curriculum itself.
Yeah. So
That's
like
what I felt. I mean.
like this elective thing is little like not good for us. Like we have to study all the electives for GATE exam.
Yeah, elective things are slightly like that, but people can choose their own interest at that point. So it was more or less like you can choose your own interest. Maybe there might be people who don't find plant biotechnology important for them, or who might not find animal biotechnology much important to their field of interest. That way, it shorts down to yes, and electives would be good, but if you're going to give a gate, then definitely you need to go with choosing plant biotech or animal biotech. But yes, only one subject, right? They'll give you a
Yeah.
few questions
Like
and you
this
can
time we
fresh to
had
the
so many
basics.
electives, like 4 or 5 electives we have this time. Like you have to subject like choose from so many subjects, like 4 or 5 subject elective. Like this 4-2 is completely elective type we have.
Okay, what are the four electives were they offering this time?
Like one is protein engineering, then machine learning is there, and then drug discovery is there. Like subjects like these are there in different electives, so we have to choose among them.
Okay. Yeah, when we were actually leaving, biotech has become a bigger department and they started adding a lot of courses and a lot of computational courses comparatively, which I think is much useful for placements at the same time, computational
Yeah,
type
that
of
is there.
courses. And even when you write GATE, go to higher studies, computational things become more significant as we move ahead in our lives. So yes, that would be a really of great help if you can do those computational parts in your bachelor's level.
Yeah. So like, what are the X factor that help you to crack the examination the most?
X factors, one thing is that obviously the people who surround you, they need to be encouraging, right? First thing was obviously parents do support us when we want to go for higher studies. Always I had my parents supporting. And second was our professors at the same time, right?
Yeah.
My project guide, he used to be always be like, no, go study for GATE, do that GATE properly. You need to get a rank, good rank and stuff. He used to encourage me a lot. At the same time, people, even my friend circle and stuff, they always were like, go do GATE well, go do GATE well. They used to wake me up in the morning just to wake me up in the morning. They used to wake up early. They used to wake me up to study and they slept off. That's how. So those are the parameters. And one more thing will be your self thing also. How much you want to be getting a good rank in GATE. I understand others can motivate us, but we need self motivation at a point. Where do you want to be after some time? You want to crack GATE? Yes, it should come from yourself. How much ever people around you tell it, it should be from ourselves at the same time. Yeah. that you can include as one more factor, because I was very much oriented ki I need to crack GATE whatever it is.
Yeah. So, like throughout the whole preparation, what was your mode of learning? Like you were dependent on online sources, or like some offline teachers also helped you?
Not really the online sources. I never took up for the online sources, and even GATE ka coaching centers are not even available, right? To go for an offline institute, there was no institutes who will train you for GATE in biotechnology. You can find institutes which will train in computer science or electrical and stuff, but for biotechnology, you can't find GATE coachings as such. You can get materials to study, but I didn't do that. What I did was NIT Warangal used to have this GATE ka coaching drive, which goes on your fourth year, first semester. Usually, our own professors will come, take up the questions from your past GATE papers. They will revise all the syllabus of the GATE and stuff. That used to run from evening time. I think it used to be from 5 to 9, something like that, in the evening.
Yeah.
It used to be held in this first year ka building, NAB, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I used to go to those courses itself, not much onto other sources I relied on. I used to attend those classes regularly because they used to come up with questions of past GATE, and they even helped us in revising things.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, that was a major thing which helped me also, because they gave us some material to prepare already from themselves, and also I knew where to search for papers and how to get the answers out of it and stuff. So yes, for revision, everything, NIT Warangal was the one which helped through the GATE perspective, because without those classes it would have been really tough for us to sit and revise from second year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They do the revision part for us. I mean, me sitting and revising things will be different from a professor coming and making us revise those things. And that's
Yeah.
a great opportunity actually NIT Warangal provides, because they're giving you a coaching which is almost free. I mean, not almost free, it's free. You just need to go sit in the classes, attend it, put some effort to go sit in that class, attend it, and that's it. You would get the things up.
Yeah, that's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was your favorite subject during the preparation?
It was RDNA technology. I was always into this genetics ka subject, so it was that thing. And after that, I used to really like maths a lot.
Yeah.
And trust me, maths is a scoring subject in GATE for especially biotechnology. They give so easy questions when compared to other departments. If you compare it with other departments like electrical, electronics, and stuff, our GATE ka mathematics part would be simpler comparatively. They give you pretty direct questions, and the syllabus for maths is also less. And it has good weightage at the same time, right?
Yeah, that is there. So, like, how would you manage with the subject that you didn't like, or like you wanted to skip at that time? Like, how you did with that?
Yeah, as I told you, I didn't study or I didn't have a course for animal biotechnology and plant biotechnology, right? So that was a bit of pressure at that time because I don't know any of them. I mean, I didn't go through any of them. So what I did was, my friend had few GATE materials which was given by college itself.
Yeah.
So what I did was plant biotechnology. I just glanced through it. I don't say ki I went in depth of plant biotechnology as the course does. I didn't go into the very depth of course, but yes, basic questions that I can know, right? Basic theory I'll understand from it. And for animal biotechnology during the GATE classes itself in your NIT Warangal, actually Asan sir has actually revised the animal biotechnology taking 2 sessions. So
Yeah.
he totally overall summarized all the animal biotechnology in 2 sessions, and that really helped to clear up all the animal biotechnology ka questions. And plant biotechnology, I had to just glance through. That was fine. That was enough, because out of 100 marks, maybe one question, if you can't attempt it, that would also be fine, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's there. So, like,
Yeah.
how much
So that was
time?
all it was. Yeah.
Like, how much time do you think is required from a student side to crack the examination with that good rank?
Okay, there might be two things. Okay, let us do this classification now. See, there might be a person who has studied from second year, who was serious into the subject, studied from second year, third year also he did well, and final year he wants to prepare for GATE. Then trust me, final year ka one semester per day, if you keep 2 hours also, it would be done, because you already know the concepts of second year and third year properly. You have your good basics, and also your course has everything included as per the GATE syllabus. Even bioprocess engineering, everything will be taught in classes usually.
Yeah.
Everything is included in curriculum. So it won't require much time in your final year if you have already studied your second and third year properly. But if you haven't, then that becomes a tough challenge because you need to do the things from scratch now.
Yeah.
You need to do the things from total scratch. In that case, it will require time. Maybe you need to start from third year ka holidays itself. After third year ka holidays itself, start preparing or revising or studying all the courses prior hand. Then you might be able to be like able to be perfect by the time gate comes up. So that's how two things come into picture. If you haven't been prepared, yes, it would take time and better if you started from third year. And if you have already done your studies properly for second year and third year, then it would still be fine if you start at your fourth year level.
Yeah.
Because third year end pay, I only studied for CSIR. I never studied for GATE as such. CSIR has a totally different funda compared to GATE. CSIR will be given by BIPC batch students and stuff. There will be 13 subjects, and in that, hardly we studied 3 to 4 subjects.
Yeah.
So only those courses I studied in my third, and after coming to final year, I started doing bioprocess, everything, bioinformatics and stuff.
Yeah. So it's advisable to student to start like hardly from third year so that they can score
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and it would be really helpful if you are oriented from your second year itself, right? It won't be much effort. After GATE, you think, yeah, I didn't even study and you secured because you have put your efforts for all the 3 years. It's a distributed effort, so you don't feel like you put much efforts on GATE altogether again.
Yeah. So like there is always a saying that the scope of biotech is not good in India. So like this thing ever demotivated you or like made you to think of some other option you should apply for?
Not really. See, biotechnology has no scope in India because India is still developing its R&D sector right now. It's not yet
Yeah.
developed as such. But at the same time, we also know that biotech is one of the fields which is going to occupy your future. There's future for it. If not currently, yes, down the line after 10 years to 15 years, it's going to boom, right?
Yeah.
Because it has scope. There are a lot of things which needs to be discovered. There are a lot of things which need to be like done in case of biotechnology. Even computational wise, it has a lot of scope. I mean, talking about biotechnology, one thing is it's more or less like an interdisciplinary thing now. Sometimes you might need electronics background to understand few things. Sometimes you might also need mechanical background to do some things. Computational is always required to understand few things. So it's more or less like you can occupy most of the interdisciplinary subjects altogether here. So I wasn't scared about the scope of subject, etc., etc., etc. I was like, "Ki whatever happens, it will happen. It's our interest that we are doing it, right?" When
Yeah.
yes, scope in India might not be as high as we are talking about computer science card placements and stuff, but yes, definitely sometime in future it's gonna take over, right?
Yeah, that is there.
And trust me, there are a lot of computer science engineers and even a lot of electronics people who are working in companies specifically for these bio perspectives. In companies like R&D based companies, they hire computer science people to solve biological problems.
Yeah.
So at that point, we will be at a plus point, right? We know bio knowledge and computation, though we are already being studying from our first year. So it becomes a plus point for us when we go out.
Yeah.
Maybe sitting inside a college, we think there is no scope, but coming out into your open world, yes, it definitely has a lot of scope outside now.
Yeah. So there would have been a lot of distractions. So what was that thing that always drives you towards your goal?
Always drive me towards the goal was there's one thing for me if, that key future. After going down to my 10 years, say for example, after 10 years, if I look back, I shouldn't be regretting that I didn't give a gate at that point, though I am interested. You
Yeah.
might find people, right, who will be saying, I always wanted to give gate, but I wasn't able to secure that rank, and you feel bad about it after a while.
Yeah.
So instead of feeling bad for like long time, it's better struggle for a few months, get a good rank, and feel happy about it after that. So that was something which kept on driving me because I always wanted to get into higher studies, into a good college, getting higher studies. So I always wanted to do that. I don't want to regret that decision after a while. Ki I didn't give gate properly. That's the
Yeah.
reason I'm doing a job right now. So, sort of. So,
Yeah, that's a great thing. So like there was any specific mantra that was very close to you during the whole preparation?
Yes, definitely, right? See, giving up was always easy. I could have just simply given up. Sitting for placements was much more better because you definitely know that you would get placed if you sit for placements properly.
Yeah.
But giving up was very easy. But one thing is that what I want? Is that what I struggled for all the time? I used to study my second year, third year properly just as to ensure that I'll have a good gate score in my fourth year, right?
Yeah.
So if I give it up at the last moment, is that worth it? That comes into picture, right?
Yeah.
I can give up. Giving up would be very easy, but the all efforts you have put for 2 to 3 years in your bachelor's would be into vain if you just give it up for 1 month of struggle, and that doesn't make sense. So it's
Yeah.
better not to give it up. Put one more month of efforts and clear it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you have completed your graduation, post graduation from IIT Madras. So how would you sum up the experience there? Like how was it?
Okay, as I told you, my course was basically more or less like biomedical. Rather, they term it to be clinical engineering
Yeah.
from IIT Madras, right? Basically, the course which I did was, or rather, why I chose IIT Madras over IIT Bombay after a while was, it's a tri-institute course which I took. It
Yeah.
has associations with a medical hospital and with an R&D center, which is situated at Kerala. So that was one of the reasons I took it up. And after getting into masters, the exposure you get with people or the exposures with the foreign universities or foreign authors, a lot of exposure comes when you come into IITs.
Yeah.
And at the same time, there are people who will drive you towards research a lot now. And there are people who will be thinking, ki, yes, I want to do research now. There will be similar mindset people when you get into. So
Yeah.
those all things will be really nice. Of course, campus life would be more or less really good like NIT Warangal because even NIT Warangal has a really good campus life if we talk about. That is
Yeah.
one more thing. But yes, talking about MTech, more or less, I was really happy with my performance with the MTech. At the same time, I even learned a lot of things comparatively because we grew up now from bachelor's to master's. So your maturity levels improve and your way of understanding things improve a lot from subject perspective, right?
Yeah.
So yes. And one thing that IIT Madras gave me was I was oriented towards neuroscience for a while, but now I'm like pretty much clear that I really like neuroscience. If I want to do a PhD, it would be more or less from a computational neuroscience thing or
Yeah.
related to brain imaging and stuff. So it was like more or less it gives you a path now. Now, see, after BTech, I was like, yeah, I have multiple things which I want to do. Now, when you get into MTech, it narrows down now, which field
Yeah.
you want more specifically. So that is what happened when I entered MTech.
Yeah. That's a great experience. So like what are your plans after masters?
I would be planning for PhD in a while now. I would be applying for universities so that I'll be planning for that now.
Yeah. So like you are looking for US Institute, Canada or Germany. Like what are you focusing on?
Uh, it depends on the professor at the same time, right? So if I can find someone from India really well, yes, I would be preferring to do it from ISC Bangalore or somewhere from India itself. If I'm not able to find a good professor, or rather, if I find much better professor in foreign universities, then I put up that choice at the same time. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, I totally believe ki even India has a lot of good professors and good companies hiring in the field. So first, I'll be looking after the Indian universities. Then I would actually prefer the foreign.
Yeah, that's great to see a positive attitude towards India and biotech. Yeah.
No, the thing is, there are professors whom we actually don't know are doing a really good job in these fields.
Yeah.
It's because more or less out of things we think ki foreign universities are good, their professors are really good at the same time. Yes, that is true. The resources you get outside are good, but at the same time, India even has potential professors in all the country, all your IITs as well as IIScs. So we can even go do the PhD under them, right? Because they are even equally potential now. They are even working
Yeah.
equally along with them. They even have good publications and stuff. So that's the reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So like what
And there
are
should be someone, and there should be someone who will be like, yes, I will do it from India.
Yeah, that's good. Like that would be
Improve the
really
scope
good
at
for the
least.
country.
Yeah, to actually improve the scope at least. If we don't go around telling the scope of biotechnology to people around, so no one else would do it again. Again, it comes to the same phase where people think biotech has no scope. There should be someone who needs to come up and speak saying, ki, yes, there is scope. It's just that you never looked up on internet about the scope in India. There are a lot of startups. IT has an incubation center where people can open up their startups and stuff. I found a lot of startups being on biotechnology background. They are doing a lot of vaccine works, drug designs. A lot of things into biotechnology has come up with the startup plans now. So
Yeah.
yes, you can say it's growing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can find a total change because of Corona, of course. It speeded up things by 2x.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yes, it's improving, right? And that's a good positive sign saying, ki, yes, it has scope. Just that we need to give it some time to put up overall now.
Yeah. Corona has completely turned it up.
Yeah, it's like everything has become total ulta now. Now people will look up for vaccines. It's been 1 year
Yeah.
where people have started being looking up for vaccines. So yes,
Yeah.
every company, all the companies in India, like Serum Institute or even Bharat Biotech and stuff, no one even knows that those companies even exist. There are few
Yeah.
companies for PSUs at the same time for biotechnology gate, but no one actually looks up to them. But now, since vaccines have come out, since the situation has come up, now people started looking up for their vaccines. Bharat vaccine is coming, Bharat Biotech ka vaccine is coming. That's how
Yeah.
people look up when things change. And yes, definitely this is going to be like changing the scope of biotech for a longer time now. Now people
Yeah.
at least got to know that there is something like a biotech in engineering field which deals with drug designs and vaccinations and stuff.
Yeah. That's good. So, like, what is your one suggestion for the students who are preparing for the GATE or like going to give it this year that would be helpful for them or they should take care in mind?
Okay, so one thing is talking about GATE is, as I told you, it's better always to prepare from beginning. Not just you're having a GATE exam in February and you're not going to fix up writing GATE properly from December. I saw people who will be like, there is an exam in February and they'll fix up ki they need to get below 50 ka rank just by preparing from January. That's not going to work out. 1 month of preparation is not going to help you for anything. You're going to forget after GATE anyhow what you read. So it's
Yeah.
better prepare from the beginning itself, right? And make sure your concepts are really strong. It's not about cracking the exam. It's more about your concepts being strong. Once your concepts are strong, definitely your GATE rank would go up, right? And go good, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, it's not about GATE exam. GATE ka paper is pretty easy when you look into your syllabus. What all you study, only those are going to come onto the paper. For example, I'll tell you, in 4-1, there was bioinformatics which was happening.
Yeah.
We have 4-1 ka bioinformatics, right?
Yeah.
So our bioinformatics ka mid exam got over before GATE. Just before GATE, we were doing our mid exam thing, I guess, or immediately after GATE. I exactly don't remember, but I studied bioinformatics for mid exams. And
Yeah.
trust me, I went to the exam and saw that there are two direct questions which I just studied for mid exam, and they were pretty direct ones now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that I studied for my own exams and just that I heard, or rather, I understood classes in in college. I was able to clear those answers very easily. I mean, it was pretty easy to do it. And even bioprocess engineering, all the formulas will be given in your syllabus itself. All your differential equation ka solving, batch process, everything would be given up once you go check it out there. It's just that how much time you put for yourself to revise things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the syllabus, that's what I'm telling, right? And one more thing is don't give up on mathematics because it's scoring. Don't give up on mathematics. People think कि biotech paper hai, so why do we need to study so much of mathematics? Don't give up on that because it's going to score good scores.
Yeah.
Maths paper will be very easy and it's going to give you a really good score once you start actually reading through the paper and stuff. And it has very less syllabus, I remember that. And
Yeah.
pretty direct. And one question when I remember was it's a simple integration of some x plus 3 dx between intervals of 1 to 3. Such question was asked in GATE for biotechnology. So it's not tough to crack it. It's just that how much we remember and how much we revise things onto.
Yeah. So it's like advisable
That
for
was one of
the
the suggestions I would say ki, things from before so that you won't rush up things at last. And if you start at last and get disappointed after giving gate, it's not worth it. I mean, you just started before 1 month and you're saying, "Ki, I didn't get a good rank, I didn't score things and stuff." That won't work like that. Do it from before so that you will get confidence by the time you give gate. And yes, I think mock papers do work, though I didn't actually work on mock papers, but yes, they would work. Most of the questions will also come from your past papers. They took patterns from past papers also.
Yeah.
And yes, one last thing would be better if you can attend these NIT Warangal ka Biotech Gate classes, because those helped me a lot. I didn't take up any coaching from external things. I didn't have any online source materials or something. It's just that what I learned within NIT Warangal. That's core. That put up things. So it's better. I don't know if because of Corona if they're running or not, if they are having those courses or right now or not. But yes, if they are, it's always better to attend it. There were times where professors won't come and we used to call up calling them, "Sir, you have a gate class today, please come take class for us." That's
Yeah.
how we used to do it. So that's how it works.
Yeah. So like it's advisable for a student to prepare with their curriculum. Like if they well prepare with the curriculum, then it's easy to score well in the gate. And please don't ignore the mathematics because it's a high scoring subject there. So this was
Yeah.
our interview with Miss Charita. I hope it will help all the viewers who are attending the gate exam. And yeah, thank you and see you in the next episode of Archie.